Shalom Aleichem. Here in Mishnah Yomi land, we are in Kidushin, chapter 2, Mishnah 4. Ha'omer l'shlucho. A man wants to get married, and he sends an agent to go deliver the ring, or the kesef Kidushin, or the shtar. He says, say, go out, v'kodesh li'isha plonit b'makam ploni, and go be mekadesh Rachel Weiss over in Lakewood. V'halach, the messenger goes out towards Lakewood. The V'kidcha b'makam acher, he happens to meet the same exact Rachel Weiss in Philadelphia, and he gives her the Kiddushin there. Eina mekudeshet. This is not a valid marriage. The groom wanted the Kiddushin to be done in a certain place. Maybe in Lakewood she has friends. They were going to throw her a big party as soon as she got the engagement ring. But over in Philly, there's no one to throw her a party. So he was makpid on the place. That was the condition of the agency, of the shlichut. So it's not a valid Kiddushin. If the groom had said, Harehi b'makom ploni, yeah, Rachel Weiss lives over in Lakewood, but you might find her somewhere else. Kidsha b'makom acher, he was mekadesh her somewhere else in Pittsburgh. Harei zoe mekadeshes. It does work. It's a valid Kiddushin. He was, as we said, by gittin, the same case by sending a get to a woman in a specific location. Maybe he's particular about that location, but we said, yeah, I think she's over there. You might find her over there. Then wherever it is. It's just Mari Makamulo, for example, you might find her there. Let's go on to Mishnah Hey. Hamekodesh et Isha, they're getting married, Omenot she'ein aleha nadarim, on condition she has no vows. Now the Gemara explains these are vows that might come between a husband and a wife, maybe a vow to be a vegan, God forbid, or to, you understand, we have to eat meat on Shabbos and Yom Tov, or, a vow not to wear certain clothing, or to bathe at a certain interval, things that would disrupt the relationship between a husband and a wife. So if the condition was there's no nadarim, ninsu aleha nadarim, we find she does have these nadarim, Eina mekudeshet. It was never a Kiddushin. They were never married at all. Now the Mishnah compares this to Kinosa Stam. They got married without stating a condition beforehand. Nimtzu aleha nadarim. And then it turns out she had these vows incumbent on her, say to not drink wine, or to not eat meat, or to not bathe with certain frequency. Taitzei shelo b'ketuva. Now, they were married, but now they have to get divorced, and she loses her ketuvah. Because these are things that every man is particular about. He does not want a wife who has these restrictive vows upon her. Now, they were actually married, so she would need a get if they're going to get divorced, and she can make a counterclaim that the groom knew about her vows and accepted them anyway. So it would go to court, and they would hash it out if she gets the ketuvah or not. The Mishnah adds, Almanot she'ein ba mumin. The Kiddushin is done on condition she has no physical blemishes. Nimsu ba mumin. It turns out later she did indeed have them. Eina mekudeshet. It was not a valid Kiddushin. The Kiddushin was al t'nai, was on that specific condition. Kanasa stam, they get married without a condition. Nimsu ba mumin. It turns out she has these flaws, these blemishes. Teitzei shelo b'ketuva. Then she would go out without getting her ketuvah. Again, she could make a counterclaim that the husband knew about it and still receive a ketuvah. And the Mishnah explains, Kol hamumin opposing bekohanim. We're talking about blemishes that would make a Kohen, a Mr. Kohen, unfit to serve in the Beis HaMikdash. This is over in Vayikra, Leviticus chapter 21. There's various, things that are kind of unseemly or look odd. So those also poslim benashim. Those also, if a man wouldn't want to get married to a wife that had these things. Now, of course, if he saw her and he fell in love and she had all these great midos, that's perfectly fine. If he knew about it before the Kiddushin, that's totally fine. He can accept it. You can accept anything. Baruch Hashem, love is blind sometimes. Ahava dochechet basar is the Lashon of Bava Metzia. But if he didn't know about it, and it turns out she had these kohanic blemishes, then he has a valid claim that he would not have gotten married if he had known. Mekach taut. Yashar kochachem zay gezut.